God is at work. It is true that evil people, wicked people will not go unpunished. And not just punishment, their evil, wickedness, secrets will be exposed. Welcome once again to this channel. Like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel. You're about to hear what you have never heard before. This is explosive. This is shocking. This is more shocking than some of the things that you have heard about Juju Austin. Some call her Enugu bag of rice. Some call her Umreka. A lot of names have been attributed to her. Some even say she's Jezebel. After you listen to this one, I don't know what name you are going to give to her. Anyway, let us proceed. You see, if you and your husband are together in your room, and after both of you have done the husband and wife thing, if your husband goes into the bathroom and stays there for long, madam, stand up, follow him. Ask him, Oga, what happened? What are you doing? What am I saying? Trust nobody. Yeah, trust nobody. If brothers and sisters can harm themselves, how then do you think someone who is not your blood, how then do you think because you're husband and wife, the person cannot hurt you? No be today, at all. Now, you see, back in those days, when Juju Austin used to visit you in his house, they are colleagues. That is what it appeared to be, until she started slowly plotting on how to execute her plan. All those while that she has been going to that house, when May will cook and offer them food, maybe you want to, premiere a movie or something, or is directing a movie, or is the sole, organizer or producer of that movie. Oftentimes you will find actors and actresses coming around the director and the producer of the movie, either to collect money or to take their script and all of that. They will gather, sit down and eat. Now, Mia has been doing all of these things. She did not know that Juju Austin had a plot, she had a plan. If you've been on this channel, there are some information that might not be new to you, but if you want to catch up, just go back to some of these videos so that you know where we are heading to and where we are coming from. Now, you see, all of those while she was coming over to Yu's house, she had been planting charms, planting demonic objects in that house without the knowledge of May. She did not know that something was happening behind the scenes. She did not know that someone was plotting a downfall, a demise. She did not know any of this. She was just doing all what she was doing with this pure and open hand. That's why when you hear people say, I have never offended anybody, why will anybody do anything to me? You are simply saying, nobody should do something to me because I have done nothing to nobody. I have not been evil, I have not done this, but that does not stop people from hurting you. So, gone are the days you'll be kind of, pampering yourself or making yourself feel good that I have not hurt anybody, I have not done evil, I have not done, why are they? This world is full of evil. Now, while she was cooking, giving them food, May was moving swiftly, if not for God. But when you are so weak, when you care less, when you open your doors without caution, a lot of things will come in. You will find snakes. You will find lizards. You will find dragons. There is nothing you will not find. They will all come into your home. And this exactly is what happened. Now, for those who heard, from this channel that May traveled out of Nigeria with her children, it was for a reason. It was a reason. The reason eventually has landed. You see, she was advised, according to what some people are saying on this platform too. If you go to the comment section, there are a lot of people who had advised her to go for prayers, to do this and that. She comes to this comment section, she reads and she listened. May traveled out of Nigeria because she was told to leave the continent of Africa because something is about to happen. Now, she got some pastors, not one, not two, powerful pastors, prophets, apostles, bishops, she got a lot of them. They came to her home for purification because there are certain contacts. I'll give you an example. When we talked about May traveling to the US, people said spiritual things do not have barrier. Doesn't matter wherever you go to. Anyone who wants to attack you can simply do so. As long as there is air, water, as long as you are underneath the sun, anything can happen. Well, she was advised to take herself and her children out of the continent of Africa. Don't forget that there are some of the spiritual things that have some rules and regulation also. There are some things that cannot go across the ocean, the sea, and there are things that, every of this, there are rules and spiritual, that guide spiritual things. Anyway, she was advised by these prophets and pastors to leave Africa. She did. And they went to her house where she lives. Now, for those who do not understand what that could imply or what it means, according to those who are vast in spirituality, they said there are times that spiritual things work in this way. Just like how you have your cell phone in your hand. You cannot make calls without the mast. That is the big antenna that these service providers, the network, will mount in different location. Service providers, I'm talking about your network, company and all of that. They have masts, big tall masts that they put in certain locations so that when you make calls, it transfers from one point to the other. You make call, it goes to the receiver sends it to the, just like that. I'm just trying to give you an example. Sometimes, according to these people, they say this is how this kind of spiritual thing works, that it needs a location so that when Juju Austin does whatever she does, there will be a connector, and that connector is right in Yu's house. That is the house that you and me were living. Imagine, they say they dug out 66. This is for real. They say they dug out, according to this report, these pastors, they dug out 66 charms located, buried, hung in different parts of their house. This has always been the point of contact for Juju Austin. Just imagine, a man just leave home. What did May do to you? If there was something, we would have said, okay, there was a quarrel. I'm not saying a man cannot go into polygamy. It's not like it's a big deal. Someone can go into polygamy, but the manner at which he went about it is where people became suspicious. After all, he's not the only polygamous person. No, there are other people who are actors and actresses, popular people, unpopular people who have gone into polygamy. But the noise that surrounds and the sorrow, chaos, calamity that surrounded his own made people look at it like, you know what? There is something fishy about it. Imagine 66 charms uncovered by these prophets and pastors. What they had to do is to follow swift. It's not about public or social media. We're talking about spiritual things now. It's not social media frenzy or trend. No, they had to quickly bury these things. They had to quickly burn and destroy those that needs to be destroyed. They had to do a lot of things to these things that has been buried and hung in that house. Imagine in their living room, in their bedroom, everywhere. Come on, this is serious. This is terrible. So they had to do all of these things. And they had to contact her also after the whole purification to let her know what has just happened, how God has just delivered her. At least they have cut off what they call the contact, the connection, the point. She cannot have access to that house to bury again. Now she has been weakened. It's like making phone call without your phone having cell network. You understand what I'm saying? So for her to create another one will take, of course, May is not sleeping. She too has woken up and she has come to realize that in life you cannot fool yourself by saying that I have done nobody anything. I have not done anyone any harm. Why are people doing this and that? If you like, do. If you like, don't do. People will do you. That is the truth. That's the reality of it. So, guys, what are your thoughts about this? What are your suggestions? Is there something else that you are thinking? Something else that you have seen in the spiritual realm? Something that you know? Some experiences that you want to share so that she can also read it from the comment section and take the appropriate step and action. And don't forget to like and share this video. Very important, like and share. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe. See you in the next update.